Hello everyone, this is Davo from Archon Esports bringing you a Starcraft 2 1v1 cast today. Yes! This time on Daybreak, this time it is a cast it posted game. Awesome. Just a quick one, I am going to be uploading, well, giving this to the Coconut Network. So they will be inclined to let me post more stuff on their channel. Won't that be fun? Yes, it will. So I'm just going to do, before I introduce my players actually, I'm just going to do a really quick overview of what this channel is about. This channel is about mostly amateur Starcraft 2 casting. We do delve into some pro games. We've got over, I think now, 150 casts on the channel, so don't hesitate to go through and have a look at all of those. If you like, it might take you a few years to have a look at all of them, but they're there if you want them. We also cover intently the actions of Fluid Gaming, who are a team from the UK, a Starcraft 2 team. And that's about it, really. So here we are. I'm going to try and get into the game right now. Here we go. Alright. So, in the top right-hand corner today, we have Mr. ViperXk. Who is the green Terran. Amazing. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have Usman. And Usman is our red Protoss. Phantasmablismic. That's a word I just made up. Now these guys are from the European servers and are at the Diamond to Masters kind of level. That's where it was hinted that these guys are from on the upload page. Hooray! And that's all good and well and done and all that good thing. And I must just give a quick shout out to Viper for uploading this video. Hooray! So the Protoss probe here nearly getting blocked in right there, but not quite managing it. He's going to live another day. Or is he? Sorry, I had to put my other computer away. And I was looking away for a split second of time. It does actually look like maybe perhaps ViperXk is either looking to stop Usman from dropping down a obstruction to his command center, or is going to go and put down a command center himself. Seeing as he is floating 400 minerals, there we go, it does go down. Fantastic. Nice one from ViperXk right there. Not bad at all. We look at Usman's base right now. It's a pretty standard play, being very good on the chrono boost, which is of course a pretty good thing indeed. But you have to wonder about this gateway building placement right here. Like, isn't this kind of a mana block? I mean, you know, probes are going to go in, the guys are here eventually, probably, and have to work their way round the gateway to get into the Nexus, and that doesn't seem concrete to me at all. It kind of seems like a horrific idea, because it will overall reduce the amount of Vespane gas, well, the rate of the Vespane gas that Viper will get. Another pylon down. Some would just say prematurely. Many Protoss like to get there. Ignore me, I'm being an idiot. So there you go. Hey, fantastic. Not premature at all. Pylon in the back of the base getting destroyed by ViperXk there. The Marine happy. He gets, I believe he gets killed for that. Even though, strictly speaking, a pylon is not living at all to begin with. Oh wow, and this Zealot is coming up here and trying to cause all sorts of trouble. ViperXk with a nice little bit of micro there manages to avoid any Marine casualties, and it actually looks like this Zealot is going to be able to get away. They will want to be pretty careful right now though. ViperXk is not particularly going to want to be pursuing these Zealots. There's not a whole lot of point, but there is a Stalker on the field right now, and this could mean dangerous things for ViperXk. It could mean perhaps that he will have to do something about his expansion here, because I mean, the thing about Stalkers Zealots together versus Terran like this is the Marines have to really run away from the Stalkers, sorry, the Zealots even, and that just gives time for the Stalkers to pick them off like crazy. And here we go, we do have SCVs being pulled off right now, and it does actually look like our Terran will just secure his safety for a little while at least. That Marine eats shits and dies. Poor fella. These two SCVs here, one of them unfortunately catches the unlucky straw and will never see his family ever again. Oh no. And a bunker just quickly being built here by ViperXk, which of course will secure his base from any future aggressions from our Protoss. I was going to say proliferations, because that word would make me sound intelligent, and I love things that do that. Anything that sees through the facade of me not being massively intelligent is all good. We have Stalkers standing outside the base right here of ViperXk, a pylon gone down. So it does actually look like we are going to see some aggression of Usman coming up. Another probe joining. Presumably that is the probe that's going to be aboard the pylon. There we are. And the Marines here are not really going to be taking any of this. I think, to be perfectly honest, Viper has enough Marines really to seal the deal here. The Stalkers are just going to have to run away with their tails in between their legs. And the probe is also going to have to leg it as well. Sentries moved to the top of the ramp right there. Maybe a sign that Usman is feeling a little bit conscious about how much stuff he actually has on the field compared to his opponent. Let's just look at that tab. So we have 17 Marines to 2 Stalkers and 3 Sentries. Now without Micro, I would say that our Protoss opponent is outgunned pretty badly at this point, forgetting the 2 Zealots just warped in. But hey, we do have Micro at a Diamond and Masters level, so let's disregard that last comment. Oh yes indeed. So going back to the production tab right now, we can see that Stim is halfway done, which of course is a very, very key upgrade for Terran. It makes Marines and Marauders absolutely splice through pretty much anything, and that is something that is welcome in a bio-orientated build. Something that I do believe we are seeing right here. And Bio versus Protoss can be fun, you know. It can be really, really, really fun, especially seeing if the Protoss gets High Templar, which seems extremely likely as there is a Twilight Council down on the map for Usman. Oh, and there is our Templar Archives, so we are going to see High Templar. Either that or just Archon Charge Lot, but I would put money on High Templar, mainly, because that's what I think is going to happen. Oh yes, Zealots coming, being beamed in next to the pylon right here. We'll be ready for aggression and all sorts of shenanigans. We do have a Warp Prism on the way, so maybe we could see some sick Storm Drops. Oh, that would be amazing. I would really, really like to see that. That would be something that I would massively appreciate. Oh yes, an Observer obviously having a little chuck around the map as well, seeing what he can see in a very kind of seaworthy way. And he sees that his opponent is possibly supply blocked, and yes, in fact, ViperXk is supply blocked. That doesn't matter, seeing as there is a big Marine engagement here, and the Marines are heavily outgunned. Really, really nice force fields gone down there from Usman, stopping the Marines from running away as quickly as they would possibly like. And very, very nice force fields there from Usman. Definitely making him kill a lot more Marines than he probably would have if the force fields weren't there. And one thing that you can always tell with very good force fields is that they'll be side by side, absolutely no energy wastage or anything like that. Oh dear, crikey, blimey. Sorry, I just inhaled my tongue. We do have a Warp Prism over here on the right of the map, obviously beginning to think of doing some sort of Protoss shenanigans. The first Archon has just finished for Usman as well, Psystorm also on the way. Now I was about to say, I'm not sure if ViperXk has seen the Observer, but obviously he has, and the Observer is no more. Unfortunately for that Observer, but hey, there's another one coming out right now. Observers are the kind of units that you do have to feel kind of sorry for in the Starcraft universe, because they kind of just fly around and look at things, and then, you know, if they're really unlucky, they'll get killed by these guys with guns. So, you know, if I could be anyone in the Starcraft universe, I would be the Automaton. This geezer. I wanted to find one that wasn't in the fog so I could get a picture. Look at, he's so cute. Oh. No, anyway, let's go back to the Marines here. Now, it might benefit Viper significantly for destroying these destructible rocks, simply because that way he would not have to deal with the fact that his Protoss opponent can just force field this ramp here and limit the amount of stuff that can actually get up the ramp. It's just something worth thinking about. This Warp Prism over here in the right-hand side really, really, really is looking pretty dangerous right now. And here we go. It is coming up the base. Some Marines positioned here. It will not want to push into that. No way, shape or form right now. In a minute, I guess Usman might head south, see if there's a base here, in which case he would be completely correct. No. Meanwhile, we do have a drop down here. Oh, I'll just get the other screen up to make sure that we're having a look at the Warp Prism correctly, if it does anything. Oh, god, the medvac only just makes it out alive. Phew. Phew. Well, that was more or less the most pointless dual screen I've ever done. But you know what? That's worth it sometimes. It really is, I promise. Anyway, so these Marines are going to be blasting through this pylon right now. Pylon is dead, and it does look like Stalkers are going to come in and try and defend as well, but it does look like the Marines are going to be focusing down the Nexus, which possibly is one of the worst career choices for them currently, as, well, this Protoss force has just completely ran them down. This Marine could have got away if he had just jumped in a medvac, Indiana Jones style, but didn't quite make it. And is this are these medvacs just going to be left here to die? Is this happening? I think it would have been happening if the Stalker had followed this one. Who knows? Who knows? Meanwhile, our Warp Prism buddy is still over here in the right-hand side. Still kind of just waiting and waiting. No problems there. That's all good. One thing I would like to note is that our Terran buddy is having a whale of a time. He really is having a very, very good time indeed as far as upgrades are concerned. We do have 3+ weapons just starting, and we just had our 2+ armor just finishing there. And we do see a massive Terran force moving across the map right now. A huge Terran force. With one Marauder, he must feel so manly, seeing as these guys are in tiny little spacesuits, and he's in a big one. But it does look like we're going to get the preemptive stim, and therefore, Marines Marauders just going to run in. If they stim again, focus down the Nexus, we could see a Nexus snipe. The Nexus snipe does indeed go down. Zealots way out of position here. These guys need to be in front of the Stalkers, but unfortunately they're not. They don't have charge, so many of them will die. Very nice split there from Viper, making sure quite a lot of his Marines don't die as quickly as they possibly could have. And it does actually look like maybe if Viper micros, what I was about to say, micros, then he could get away from this fairly unscathed, but there is a Colossus coming out right now, and Viper will almost definitely have to pull back right now. Almost definitely. There's almost nothing he can do there, and he does load all of his guys into medvacs, and he does just fly away. Come fly with me. Ooh, I promise I'll never sing again. I do forget this video is going on the Coconut Network, and that is not my normal digs for uploading StarCraft 2 commentaries, but you know what? That's fine. I don't mind casting it as if this is a different game. One medvac bears off and is going across the map towards the Protoss base right now, so this could mean bad things for Usman. Meanwhile, the Warp Prism is making a move. Oh, and he doesn't want to go in too far, otherwise he will die. And he knows that he will die as well. Oh no! This Warp Prism can't get away, and boom! Down he goes, but it's kind of to be expected, seeing as Warp Prisms seemingly just made out of wood and paper mache anyway, from what they look like. Marines getting dropped behind the refinery here. Just 3 Marines are actually poking out. Let's have a... There we go. GSL camera angles on the go. Just 3 Marines poking out, seeing what they can do with the refinery there. Or assimilator, as some Protoss call it. Ah! But turns out they can't really do anything. The medvac here coming for a suicidal move. Oh, dear. Unbelievable. One medvac bites the dust. Now this could be a pretty difficult spot for Viper to be in, because I mean he obviously wants to protect himself against the Colossus. Wow, he's just going to go for a death drop and land the Vikings. As I was saying, he wants to protect himself against the Colossus, and he wants to protect himself against the High Templar, so he needs to get the best of both worlds, and that can be very difficult to do. These Marines and Marauders here need to be very, very careful about this High Templar. They're just sitting here. One Psy Storm here could finish off a lot of these Marines, and there's so many coming. Another Psy Storm. We need another one to stop this. Really? Oh, quite a lot of Marines and Marauders do disappear underneath the electrical storm of Psy. But it definitely looks like our Protoss did not get there in time, didn't manage to land that Psy Storm anywhere near as quickly as he would want to, reasonably speaking. Viper turning around, he is going to be dropping more Marines right now. Under the guise of the medvacs, cancels the Nexus. Who can blame him? Not me, that's who. Oh my goodness, absolutely crazy. At the moment, we don't have to worry about our little war prison buddy because he is gone. Loads of Marines and Medvacs here do need to be pretty careful, but these Colossus are pretty much walking straight out of position. And I mean, if the Colossus hadn't pulled back there, they may have lost another one right there just to the Marines alone, even though Colossus do feast on Marines for breakfast, lunch, and any other meal of the day that you fancy. Psystorm's going down, and I really like the idea that Usman is actually doing very, very well here. But meanwhile, over here that we did see in the dual screen, oh, see how I flogged that because I completely wasn't watching. In the left-hand side of the map, Viper did just destroy the Nexus. So that's got to help him a lot. The supplies are looking good in his favour. If we look at the income tab right now, Viper is bringing in about 600, 800 minerals more annually, 300 more gas annually. He's doing really good. Basically, the thing that Usman has going for him at the moment is the fact that High Templars do so much damage to Marines and Marauders in the biocomposition. He is getting charged, which will make his army a damn sight more effective and more dangerous, but he desperately needs to get that other expansion on the go, as there are just probes long distance mining everywhere right now. And this does look like it'll be a major engagement right here, and the High Templar are massively out of position. They do need to pull back right now. Usman accidentally Psystorming a small amount of his own troops. But there are so many medvacs here. Nice feedback on one medvac. Feedback is something that we see used very little and often in amateur-esque games. And here we go. It does look like we're going to see a major engagement right here. Zealots again pretty out of position. Psystorm's going down, but so many feedbacks gone down previously. It does actually look like there isn't going to be enough to finish the Terran army off. The High Templar kind of ran around in circles a little bit there before absolutely dying. Oh no, sad times. These Zealots here are having an absolute feast on the other hand, which of course Usman will probably like, but I mean, right now it does just seem that Viper just needs to hammer the final nail in Usman's coffin. The expansion has actually got up for Usman, but it will not last long under the feet of the Marines and Marauders here. And there is the GG from Usman, the probes splitting up, trying to go their separate ways. Oh dear. So there we go, guys. That is a cast. Bam! There you go, Coconut Network. There is a cast. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Hooray! Please do come back. On around the 16th of this month, I will be casting a Team Fluid game versus Zictamini, who is the current UK World Champion, and that should be exclusive on our channel, I hope. I mean, it might not be, do not take my word for that, but there you go. Also, if you want to scroll down, find the playlists of all the events that we've been to, the interview with Tastosis we did, various things like that. Just have a look. The world is your oyster. But don't tell anyone that I told you that. So there you are. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy playing StarCraft. Enjoy watching StarCraft. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye. Cue ending thing.